Right. Do. All right. How's it going, everybody? Sorry to pop in here a few minutes late. Was having a little bit of technical difficulties with the camera and our microphone here. For some reason, StreamYard wasn't wanting to recognize them right away, but got it sorted out, and here we are. And I am getting pop-ups already here at 10:30 in the evening. You'd think they'd give it a rest by now, right? Hope everyone has had a fantastic Monday. As if you're in my neck of the woods or anywhere near it, I'm sure you guys are wrapping up the day here. Maybe starting to think of you know getting a quick drink here before hitting the hay for the evening here. And hey, congratulations to most of y'all. At least here in America, we have gotten through the first weekday of the week. So one down, and just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and before you know it, boom, we're already on Friday. So one day down. Good job to all of us. See, we got a few people checking in here. Again, I apologize for a few minutes late. Technology only is good when it works. What can I say? Lefty, hey man, that's a guy that just recently hit 3,000 subscribers. In fact, I think he's like 3,200 now. Good on you, Lefty. Congratulations, man. Absolutely deserve it. Got some good stuff on that channel, as I'm sure a lot of you are already aware. But, I mean, hey, the next milestone, I mean, hey, let's get him to 3,500, and then after that, 4,000, and let's just keep climbing the ladder. Let's see how many times I hit the table here today, too. Speaking of awesome folks, we also got Peplin Creek Aquatics. How's it going? And Brian, I believe you're getting pretty close to 1,000 here, actually, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure what his exact number is. I'm sure, Brian, you could tell me that, but got to get you to 1,000, especially that since Roxanne hit it about, I believe that's been about a month ago now. So, got to get you up there to join the 1K ranks. Also got Coro here saying, hey, back at you, Coro. Yes, we got a late night stream. Initially, it was going to go at my normal 5 p.m. Central Time, but decided to take care of some stuff around the house instead around that time. So, yeah, decided, you know what, it's been a hot minute since we've done a late night stream, so let's just go ahead and do this. And I know some of you guys enjoy that too, so, and frankly, I enjoy it too. They're pretty chill. We also got Craig's Catfish Cave here saying hello. Hello to you, Craig. Hope it's been a awesome Monday for you, sir. And yes, I am indeed a little bit late. Sometimes technology is a culprit of that. You feel like you'd spend decent money on this stuff, and you'd imagine that it would work all right, but sometimes it just does not. I see another Craig comment down there. We'll get to that in a minute. But of course, we also got Jeff Kane. How's it going, Jeff? Hope you've had a awesome Monday as well, good sir. Gonna have to hopefully see you at the at one of the can't think of the name. Oh, Quad City Fish Swaps here this coming fall here. By the sounds of it, Whip's World is thinking of maybe heading out to the October 1st one. Obviously, to some of the people at the Catfish Cataclysm will remember I talked that up a little bit. It's really cool. It's like it's Iowa's version of Aquashella, and that's not just to put it in a terms to make it sound like a gimmick. It's huge. Like, don't believe me? Go back and check my live stream. Like, you'll see a thumbnail of all of it. I think I even labeled it Quad City Fish Swap, and yeah, you'll get the idea really quick. There's a lot of stuff there. It's really cool, and there's a reason why I'm planning on going back. Thinking I'll probably try to shoot for the October 1st one. They do have another one on November 12th, but of course, here in Iowa or the Midwest in general, around the November month is when you can start playing with the frozen precipitation, such as the ever so lovely S word called snow, or another S word, sleet. Stuff in which that's not too desirable to drive on, that can start making its presence in November. Of course, it can in October too. It's not unheard of around here, but less likely, at least. So, thinking October is what I'm shooting for right now, but I wouldn't rule November out of the picture entirely, though, either. Okay, let's see. Who else do I got here joining us in the chat? Craig, I saw another comment from you earlier. We also got Mark Sturlson in Her saying good day. Good day to you, Mark. Hope it's been a good one there. And Craig, yeah, I like the wood over here too, but actually, it's not the only piece we got. We got three pieces in here now, and before anyone asks what they are, those are actually mangrove tree roots. Mac here is eager to get his next feeding of the day, and I tell you what, hold on, I gotta bring this camera up here because every time we gotta look at this big beastie. Look at him. He is getting so big. Oop. It's hard to sometimes control this with when it's in my hand, but I tell you what, guys, his appetite has grown tremendously too. He is, I want to say, in the past month, he's easily month and a half. He's put on about an inch and a half or two. Really, ever since we put him in this plywood tank, he has really began to get quite the growth spurt. I mean, you saw him way back here. I mean, that's about half the tank right there, and you can see it. He's getting pretty sizable. Starting to get to that big fish range. And he's starting to get a big fish appetite as well. All right, going down here. Oh, coral, that's exciting. I'm going to be doing a giveaway pretty soon when I get up to 500, or maybe earlier. Hey, 500 is a good one to celebrate. You're halfway there to the 1K club then. I have almost all the stuff for the custom filter build. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, 500. I think I did a giveaway for 500. Don't think I've actually done one since. Actually, I think I did a small giveaway at 1K. Maybe I didn't. I have to look back. I know it's been a hot minute since I've done a giveaway here, though. Other than the Fish Fam Christmas and that, of course. But really, personally wise, I know I haven't done one in a while. Might have to do that sometime soon. Maybe when we hit 2,500 or 2,500, might have to do it because then, hey, we reached the cornerstone of reaching 10K, which, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's probably a ways away. But you know, that's just what it is. I have to turn my light back on because otherwise we get this little light deal. I'm not sure what that is going on there. And I apologize for that little light speck there, guys. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I'm not sure if you guys can see that too. But yeah, Craig, I like the wood too. Got it for a good price while we were at the Catfish Cataclysm in Madison, Wisconsin. And it adds quite a bit to the aquascape, I think. Who else we got in here with us? Oh, here we go. Foxy, I guess that's our new greeting to each other now. What a fly stream indeed. Thank you, Roxanne. I try to entertain. Yes. I don't know if Mrs. Freak is in the chat right now. She has to get up a little earlier than I do. So she might already be getting prepared to hit the hay. She might join us here before she decides to get some shut-eye, but yeah, I haven't seen her here yet unless I have horrible eyesight. I'll have to double check here though later on here. But yeah, hopefully it's a fly stream because I just came up with an idea here today and I'm eager to share it with you guys and see what all of y'all think. Who we got all here? Oh, here we go. Jeff, so you are thinking of trying to get the one in October. How exciting. I'm going to try to make it to the one in October. Still have a lot of playing with numbers to make it happen, though. Well, I mean, hey, you got a couple months yet. I mean, we, or at least here in Iowa, we are about an hour and 15 minutes away from the 1st of August. So you got a couple months, man. I can definitely tell you, oh yeah, you definitely want to save a little bit for this. Not because it's expensive, but just because of all the cool stuff there. They unfortunately don't have an auction, or at least they didn't this time. I think in the past they've had silent auctions though. But it is really cool. I mean, they got a little bar and restaurant connected to the place as well as a bowling alley, which I know, kind of a weird thing to put a convention center right next to, but hey, it works. But it is really cool. I would say anyone in the Midwest that has nothing to do on October the 1st or November the 11th, highly recommend you come check this out. You'll be happy you did. It's pretty much 95 or above freshwater. So if you're a saltwater guru, maybe not for you. But if you're in the freshwater, there's a lot of good stuff. The chat sheet just keeps on jumping on me. I don't know why. Liquid's the only fins. How's it going, Matt? Hope you're doing well, good sir. One of my 4 awesome moderators. We got 2 of the awesome moderators here so far. And speaking of which, we got Danikin Aquatics, Kenny E, my favorite. That was horrible. But, oh, wait a minute. Actually, I got something for Kenny here. Here we go. Whew, it's humid down here. At some point, I need to get an air conditioning unit down here. We have a dehumidifier that I basically have constantly running, but it gets muggy down here still. Anyway, Danikin Aquatics, Mr. Kenny E, my favorite. Yep, I found my horn here. Herp Viking fan, hope you're doing awesome, sir. Of course, saying hello to everybody else because that's just the gentleman that Kenny E is. Hope all is up well over there in the Pacific Northwest, my good sir. Let's see here. I saw a I saw a message earlier from Peplin Creek. Where did it go? Until the chat jumped on me earlier. My granddaughter Lily was just born. Hey. Congratulations, Brian. And I'm sure Roxanne as well. That's super exciting. Right on. New family members, they're always exciting. See if I'm pretty sure I hit that there earlier. Yeah, there we go. Put that on there earlier. The 3 hearts and all. Right on. Make sure I didn't forget anybody while I was trying to get that there earlier. Looks like I didn't. Very good. Here we go. Killer Kitty! Been a hot minute since I've seen you here. How's it going? Hope you've been having an awesome Monday there. Here we go. Now, Kenny, you keep. Oop, that's. Well, Kenny, you call it a Viking horn, I'm going to have to bury it. Or burn it. This is actually a Lancer horn. Horn for one of our local hockey teams. It's like a high school select hockey team in here. USHL to anyone that knows what that is. I'm presuming probably many of you don't because I know not a lot of us are sports fans, and that's okay. But please do not label my horn as such, sir, because then I will be very persuaded not to use it. But nah, only for you, Kenny. Only for you I would blow any sort of Viking sound. Only for you, man. And all right. So, as the title suggests, Fish Fam, I got an idea. So, it's I will tell you now, if this idea would indeed come to fruition, it is a ways down the road because there's definitely a project or two that I want to knock out first before I would get to this one. But an idea that I have. So obviously I'm going to kill that light right there. We plan to use this 185 for our Bumblebee Oscar here, who's actually right on the other side of the camera. He's starting to get a little sizable there, about 2.5. Actually, he's probably more like 3 inches now. He's grown about a little over 1.5 inches since I've gotten him, probably. But otherwise, yeah, we plan to use this as his next tank here. But of course, we also got those 275s over there. A little bit of a reach. There we go. So, what's this big idea that involves I need to get this right, the 185 and the 275s over there? Well, obviously, when our little Bumblebee Oscar gets moved into the 185 over here, this tank will be empty. And initially, I did have a plan for it. However, I'm going to pick this little camcorder up with me here. I apologize for the shakiness, though. Oh, I have my phone charging right now as the battery got a little low, but we'll plan to use that later. What I'm thinking is, if we ditch this 50 corner tank, of course, after the Oscar here is moved into here, I've also been thinking about giving an upgrade to our Amazon puffers over here. Uh-oh. Please tell me I didn't kill the camera. Okay, nope, we're good. the Amazon puffers here in the 38, I've been thinking of giving them an upgrade, like giving them in the 55 as well. And what I would do is ditch this tank, and if we move the Amazon puffers out of the 38 and into another 55, I'd build a 2-level stand for the 55 and probably put that right there. In conclusion, I'd also probably move this 185 bow here right where the Pentagon and the 55 is standing, and it'd be somewhere right around this area. And then the 75 would be moseyed over somewhere over there, because at some point, unfortunately, I do think I want to get rid of the 36 bow, and I got a little TV stand there that can be removed as well. So, what does this have to do with anything? Some of you might wonder. It may just sound like a bunch of pointless babbling at this point. Well, I'm thinking if we do that, we can make room for something really, really special, because if we move the 185 over here, and then the 75 somewhere back there, we would have about 10 to 11 feet of space. And some of you may once upon a time remember, I once upon a time thought about maybe building a big tank there. Now, obviously, we will do Finley's first because, well, we have that fish now. We need to accommodate to her needs first. But I'm thinking, if we were able to make all those maneuvers, I'm thinking we could build ourselves like about a 8 to 10 foot long plywood tank. I would say maybe it probably wouldn't be much wider than the 510, but maybe you could push about 3.5, 4 feet. 4 feet would be a little crowded up against the tanks in the middle there, especially if we put the bow front over there. But I am thinking it would be really sweet to have like the maximum I would probably do is like 10 feet long, 4 feet front to back. And because I mean, I'll be honest, guys, I've been looking at fish stores here in the Omaha area and some conventions over the past couple years, kind of thinking I want to get some, like either some arowanas, or my wife and I really want to give, I've really been doing a lot of research on some freshwater stingrays and such. And obviously, I mean, the only tank that would somewhat accommodate freshwater stingrays would be this 510. And I did think about mixing those in with my Maboo Puffer Mac for a bit, but if we did so, obviously we wouldn't be able to have such the aquascape that we do now. But that's not even so much the bigger reason, as the bigger reason really was a matter of, I've heard a lot of stories about just the puffer looking down at the sand, of course, blowing in the sand, trying to get lucky and find a snail, as they do in the wild, and mistaking one of the stingray's eyes for a bigger snail, which is all sorts of bad news. So that's the main reason why I didn't do that. But if we made like a plywood tank, like after moving that tank and our 275s over to the other wall there, from about the end of those 75s all the way to about the edge of this 185 is just a little over 10 feet. So I wouldn't want to make it too much longer. I mean, I could probably make it 11 if I wanted to, but I don't want to obviously overcrowd and take away more of that edge of the one plywood tank than I already would. But yeah, that's kind of the idea that I came up with earlier. Thinking, it would be a lot of moving around. It'd be some logistics involved. But I mean, we're already going to have some logistics involved when we move the 150 out of that corner to start working on Finley's tank there, which I'm still gathering some materials for. I think we got all the pond armor now that we need. I might get a set of one more depending on how the first coat looks. Excuse me. If I don't like the first coat and how it all turns out, I might go ahead and do 3 coats instead of just 2. But usually I learn a lot of people just do 2 is usually what they do. But well, we'll see. Because I mean, if you do 3 coats, it just makes it that much stronger. But yeah, that was the idea. Sitting here thinking like, man, if we could just move those tanks around, God forbid, we wouldn't have space to do anything else for quite a while down here in terms of getting a new aquarium and such. But boy, by the time we would finish up Finley's corner Pentagon tank there, and I mean, just think about, like, just picture this for a minute. From that wall over there, all the way to there, at the end of the 185, and then you got, of course, the tank you see before you here, the 510 plywood tank, and then all the way there to the corner there. I mean, almost half the fish room then would just be plywood tanks, which, I mean, woo, I really threw the camera all out of whack. I mean, just how awesome would that be? I mean, by the time we'd be done with that, I'm not sure exactly what the gallonage would be. I mean, obviously 510. The one I'm thinking of for Finley's new tank is about 340, I think is what it'll be. Something like that. And then, I mean, 10 feet long, about 3.5 feet wide. So that would be 42 inches front to back potentially. That probably would be the maximum I would do, because 4 feet would just get a little too tight and close up too much of my walkway here. I don't want to get too compact in here. And then I'm not sure how tall. Maybe like this one, maybe we'll do, say, 31 inches tall. I'm not sure how many gallons quite that would be, but it'd be pretty sweet. And it would definitely open the door for a lot of possibilities. But anyway, yeah, lots of rambling. That's kind of the idea I got there. Again, if I did this, it is a ways off. Like, best case scenario, I'd probably get started on this in early or mid 2024. Because, of course, got to worry about Finley's tank here first, take care of, home finances and such, stuff like that. But I tell you what, that I'm sitting here thinking, like, boy, that would be so cool. Just a 10-foot long, 3.5-foot wide tank, arowana swimming on the top, and then maybe stingrays on the bottom, because I've seen that combination before. Oh man. Oh man, guys. I mean, I got that vision, and I gotta tell you, I'm sitting here like, we gotta find a way to make this happen. But more on that if it comes more to fruition. Like I say, a couple projects to take care of here first, but maybe somewhere around this time, and say about a year from now, hopefully, or year and a half, maybe somewhere in 2024, hopefully we can talk about starting to get that baby built and get something even bigger down here, because that'd be amazing. Anyway, during my chat here, let's see, by 2024, 8/24/23. Well, I mean, I'd love to get started on things by the end, but I'm hoping by Halloween or Thanksgiving time, I'm starting to get the final bits for Finley's plywood aquarium. If not that, starting to build already. But I say, for right now, I'm just kind of taking things relatively slow, because, of course, the main thing right now is trying to find someone that'll take on that 36-gallon tank. I mean, hey, if someone will take the tank and even the fish, then hey, that's all in one deal, and boom. Otherwise, I might just rehome the fish to one of our local fish stores. We got a lot of cichlid fans here in the Omaha area, and giant danios are a pretty common fish. So I'd have no worries about finding a place that would take them in. I'd just rather find a person right off the bat that loves cichlids and could use her, since I know she's a female. Hence, could maybe go ahead and use her for breeding, because she has laid eggs a couple times, but obviously there's never a male present, so they never got fertilized. Craig's Catfish Cave, that's exciting. Saving to buy a house, but I'm putting some money away for a trip. Nice. A trip to where? Hey, Nathan joined the chat there, probably at some point while I was rambling away. Good to see you, Nathan. Hope it's been a pleasant Monday. Also got the Fish Fam link here. How's it going? Of course, to those of you, a lot of you are already aware, but the Fish Fam link, great place to find all sorts of different fish tube channels. I mean, of course, you can see some of my stuff on there, such as my Instagram, which I really haven't posted anything to lately for months at this point, probably. Hey, I do have a Facebook page. That probably is even more of a ghost town than my Instagram, though. But I really should use those more since I created those accounts. But obviously, it's also a great place to find other YouTube channels because I mean, there's dozens, hundreds of us even. And if you're looking for all sorts of other stuff to, maybe find another channel out there that maybe, hey, outside of me that also likes puffers, or maybe you're looking for cichlids, like shell dwellers, or maybe you want some brackish water fish, or just some more monster fish, whatever it is you're looking for. The Fish Fam link can help you find exactly those channels. So if you haven't already, I'm sure a lot of you already have, but those of you that maybe haven't, make sure you check them out. I guarantee it. You'll find another channel or two, maybe more, that'll suit your fancy. Let's see here. A trip to next year's Clash. I hope so. Was really hoping to make this year's too. Unfortunately, financially speaking, just didn't work out this year. But next year, like I said, I'm really going to gun for that trip next year. I mean, I would say this for next year in 2024, the cat, or not the Catfish Cataclysm, but the Clash for next year up here. The plywood tank idea that I just told you is like right below it, but if I had to choose between the two next year, between starting to build a 10-foot plywood tank or have the money to go to the Clash, I'm going to choose the Keystone Clash next year because I really want to get out to that. I really wish I could get out there this year because, man, it seems like everyone except me is not going, or is going rather. It seems like everyone except me is going, and it hurts my soul. Really, it does hurt my soul, but man, unfortunately this year it's just not gonna work. But I already went on that spiel once. I'll spare you all that again. Fanatic Rules 2.0. Woo, what a name. Video Tracks Fanatic Rules 2.0. Sounds like some sort of kick butt transformer name. But altogether, good to see you here. Hello to you as well as we continue this late night stream here. You're not gonna really? I thought you were. I guess I do remember you maybe saying something like that at the Cataclysm, but yeah, man, I really wanted to get out there, but man, yeah, and see for me, like the problem with me is this. I mean, the drive distance for me is not really the problem. 18 and a half hours, yeah, I'd be lying if I didn't look at that right away and went, ooh. But that's not the reason why it's not. Because I mean, when deeper into the financial things, I mean, by the time you look at that, you're probably splitting up the drive time in 2 days. Like, let's just say I drive 9 hours or 10 hours on the first day. Heck, you know what? Let's just say I go all in, do a huge day of driving, and do, say, about 12 to 13 hours of driving. You're still talking about 5.5, 6.5 to go is the next problem. And the fact that along the way there was also some toll roads, which again is a minor thing, but it's just another expense. I'm just sitting here looking at the mileage, not just to go down, but also to get back. By the time you talk about all the gas mileage and such, it's by the time you do like the night hotel on the way there, not to mention the hotel stays once I get there, and then the food to get there, the food once I'm there, and then I'm spending money still to buy aquarium stuff. I mean, yeah, it adds up so fast. And look, when it comes to the food, I can go super, super cheap for a day or two. Like literally, I can go get one of those $5 boxes at Taco Bell for a day or two, like with those chalupa hard shell taco, and then cinnamon twists, and they give you something else in there for a day or two, like on the way there and then on the way back. And hey, yeah, that would help. I mean, and I'll be good. But I don't want to do that all the time because at the same time, I don't want to get sick. But it just, yeah, I mean, and I know I'm forgetting some money in logistics here. It's just, man, it's crazy, just how quick and fast that adds up, which is kind of what alerted me this year. Like, yeah, I really want to, but unfortunately this year it's just not in the cards. Video tracks, I'm doing well here. Just talking fish with all these fine folks, including yourself here, and just plans for the future here in the fish room. Before we call this a stream, though, I'll definitely have to go around and feed all the fish there because I can see Hercules, my cross river puffer, wondering when he's going to be fed. Mac is pacing around the tank here, as you see here, around behind me, wondering the same thing. Finley's also over there looking at me like, dude, it's like 11. You were supposed to feed me like 2 hours ago. But yeah, Jeff, I had a lot of toll roads in my way to get there too. And I mean, yeah, just another reason. I mean, this is why people say I'm like a Wisconsinite at heart because, yeah, Illinois, I got to tell you, I don't hate the place, but boy, it kind of annoys me. Gotta be honest, it does kind of annoy me. Hey, I mean, when you say I mean, you can't say annoy without, or you can't say Illinois without annoy. But, butchered that joke. Dang it. Whew. Humidity's starting to get me down here, I gotta tell you. But, yeah, I mean, there are worse places than Chicago, but I gotta tell you, I can name about 5 cities I'd rather go visit than Chicago. Like, I'd way rather go to Minneapolis. I'd way rather go to Kansas City. I'd way rather go to Milwaukee. I'd way rather go to Dallas. I'd way rather go to Oklahoma City. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'd rather go to Des Moines. I'd rather go to Omaha, which I do frequently. Duh. But yeah, there's a lot of cities in America that I could say that I'd rather go to versus Chicago. Just because the traffic sucks, so many toll roads. The only one that I would say, well, actually, let's see. I mean, I know that I'm debating between because I got to be honest, not a fan of Denver either. Just because every time I've driven through Denver, the traffic sucks. It's just, and part of it's because I always get there when there's construction and such. But not gonna lie, Denver, not a big fan of Denver either. I don't hate it, would still probably put it above Chicago, but not by much. Gotta be honest. The only reason how come I'd probably like Denver a little bit more is because you still got the mountains in the background, and that is super pretty. But I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, likewise. If we don't move for too long, I'm not gonna lie. I get impatient. Visit Mo Valley. I mean, Mo Valley, Iowa. Well, actually, my wife and I we were there not too long ago, about a month ago, month and a half ago, whatever it was. Yeah, big old metropolis of Missouri Valley. Kenny, I actually can't say anything about Portland because I have never been that far west in the country before. Wait, that is west. Yeah, that is west. Yeah, because Pacific Northwest. Yeah, but never been that far west before. The furthest west I think I have ever been has been oh shoot, where would that be? I'm trying to think of all the geographical points because I have been in Wyoming. I've been to Yellowstone, which obviously like shares parts in Idaho and Montana, of course. Um, yeah, I want to say Yellowstone Park in the Idaho side. I think that's about as far west in the country as I've ever been thus far. Granted, I'm only 30, so hopefully there's still plenty of time to make that happen. I've been pretty far east before. I've been in Washington D.C. I've been in Atlanta before. I've been in Orlando. I've been in Gainesville, Florida before. Miami once. Gotta tell you, eh, Florida, it's okay. I mean, that's another city though too. I mean, Miami, it's okay. I mean, the beaches are cool. Some of them, I mean, they're packed as all hell. At least each time I was there. But I don't know. Miami, only because it has the ocean. Only reason that would go in front of Chicago. Pass on California. That might actually be the case there. I mean, California. Well, the main reason why California to me is an absolute like, yeah, I'm in no hurry to visit California. I mean, I hear like the gas prices are like what $7, $8 a gallon right now. No freaking thank you. Like way too damn much. Way too freaking much. That's my that's my main complaint there. Although I'm not gonna lie, there are some things in California that I still would really, really love to see. Like I don't know. We've talked about it on this channel here before. Like I like places that have like mysterious histories, or what if you believe it or not, supposedly haunted histories and such. And a certain place in San Jose, California called the Winchester Mystery House, which I've heard a lot about, is one of the main reasons where it's like, okay, if I had the opportunity to go see that, absolutely, I'm all in. Maybe see Walt Disneyland if I really feel down brave crowds of people, which I'm usually not. But that'd be kind of fun. But really, in California, I mean, the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, I guess, would be cool. But really, outside of that, I mean, those things that I just listed there, can't really think of much else that I'd really want to see. Because I mean, the beaches by the Pacific Ocean. Well, I can go see the Pacific Ocean by like what, up in Washington or Oregon and such. I mean, where it's also way more pretty up there. But I don't know. That's me. Oh. Jeff, California. I mean, yeah, I feel like California and Texas, those are like the two states. I mean, some people could argue Alaska probably too. Those are the three states that kind of feel like its own country. Well, I guess you could say put Hawaii in that too, but I haven't heard too many people label Hawaii as that. But considering it's 2,000 miles or so from the coast of California, I could see why it would be though. But yeah, I mean, there are definitely benefits to California, but yeah, there's like I say, it's just I don't know, not for me, man. That's not just my inner Texan of 5 years speaking, because I know that well, everyone says that oh, there's a rivalry between Texas and California and such, and I don't know. I mean, I'm more of an Iowan or a Midwesterner than part Texan and such, but I see the new look, Austin. I'm in Texas. California comes to me. Yeah, I've heard some cities there. That's kind of been part of the case. I won't go too deep into that, but yeah, I have heard about some of that there a little bit. But yeah, it's. I will say this. I mean, Texas. Now, if I didn't live in Iowa, that'd be like one of the top three states that I would want to move to because I lived in Texas for about 4 years, just shy of five. Now, there I really liked it. Yes, it got hotter than a son of a gun down there sometime. And there are some strange things that go on there too, but I tell you what, just the gas prices were usually one of the cheaper ones in the entire country. Um, for some reason, I really like Dallas. I know it's not always the safest place depending on where you are in the evening, but it's like, you know what? Every city has crime rate. You just, keep your wits about you, and better yet, just don't mess with it at night. Get off the streets at that time if you can. But I mean, even in Omaha, it's just like, yeah, don't walk on the streets at night, and you won't have the problem. Period. Obviously, sometimes you just find yourself there, but that's me. Do, 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 do. Texas is a big no. It's not for everybody. It all depends on the part of Texas, though, too. Because I tell you what, living in the panhandle of Texas, it is dry up there. Like they don't get a whole lot of rain, but really, there's still a lot of parts of the panhandle in Texas that kind of reminded me of Iowa. Honestly, like there's still some fields and such. Obviously, they're not growing corn and soybeans there, but in some parts of the panhandle, I did see cotton though, which obviously is a very different crop. But I don't know. The vibe in general, like by Amarillo and say Lubbock and such, when I was up there, I still was kind of like this. Kind of reminds me of some like midwestern cities. Like, just still kind of has that slight vibe to it. But I don't know. I really liked Texas. I would still say that's probably one of my top three states that, if it wasn't Iowa, where I'd go to. I still think Wisconsin's probably in that top three somewhere too. Um, I guess the other third one would probably just be Nebraska somewhere. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But actually, I'd say the third one would probably be Colorado. I know Colorado is a little bit higher on the pricey end too, especially once you get more towards the mountains. But whew, that view is something else. Like around Estes Park, Loveland, or Boulder. Boulder would be amazing. Just the views you see there, I'd go. I'd be all in for that. Sign me up. We've already gone about 45 minutes into this thing. The taxes, yeah, that's another thing I've heard about California. Just the taxes. Whew. I've heard Illinois too is another one that the taxes are just yikes. And I know, and I hear it because I tell you what, even when I drove to Aquaticon last year to Knoxville, Tennessee, I had to go through the bottom part of Illinois for about 2 hours and such. And right before the Illinois border, I filled up my tank of gas, even though I was a little over halfway full. Because, yeah, even right as I crossed the border, the gas prices jumped up like a quarter per gallon. And I said, screw that. I learned on my way there, like, okay, we are not doing this again. Whew. Got to get an air conditioning unit down here at some point. That's the one downside about my fish room. It is the only level of my house that is not air conditioned in any way. I do have a dehumidifier running constantly, but yeah, unfortunately, no AC unit. I need to change that someday, but hopefully more sooner than later. But well, for right now, I guess the dehumidifier is better than nothing. Otherwise, it'd be way worse down here. Texas, oh yeah, like it took me like from Council Bluffs, Iowa. It took me about 10.5 hours to get down to Texas. I have a heavy foot, so that's why I get down there in 10.5 hours. But yeah, I would always just go like I'd go like via the Kansas Turnpike and such. Like I would just go straight south, pretty much like shy of Lincoln, and that would take me through Topeka. It would take me through like places like, or right by places like El Dorado, Wichita, and such, among some other places. And then, yeah, eventually I just keep going down into Oklahoma, and eventually at Oklahoma City, start going towards the west. It was almost like one giant L shape. But yeah, it took me like 10.5 hours just to get down to Texas. After looking at it, because I had some friends living in Mission, Texas, which is like way south in the Cape. Uh, Read that from about Amarillo. It's about another 10 hours to get there. So, yeah, Texas, big dang state. Big, big state. Big Cat, how's it going? Good to see you. Let's see here. I need to try and I'm trying to remember how to share my screen here so that I can get it onto my phone here, and maybe we can start feeding some fish to cap this stream off here. I lived in the Texas of Canada for 9 years. Now I live in the California of Texas. Yeah, I mean, Texas, it really does kind of sometimes feel like its own little nation and such. Like, I guess the more I think about it, yeah, I lied. There's like 5 states that you could tell me. I mean, Florida, well, actually, no, I'm going to stick with 4. Florida is borderline like its own place, but it's not, it doesn't have the same like size as like Texas or California or Alaska. I know Hawaii is really small, but well, they get an exception because, again, their main island is what, 2,000 miles off the coast of California, which is quite a ways away. Oh, the California of Canada. Okay, I got you now. Okay, I need to try to figure out a way to. What in the world is this? Get this off my phone. Jeepers. I am going to try to send this link to myself here real quick so that I can connect to my phone here, and we'll go ahead and feed some fishies here. Oh, my wife changed her profile picture. How sweet of her. Okay. Do-be-do-do-do-do-do-do. All right. Bless me, it's hot down here. Hey, Yellowstone Aquatics. Oops, and the chat jumped on me right about to click you. Oh, of course it did. How's it going, Yellowstone? Hope you're having a good evening here. We were just about to connect my phone here so that I can mosey around the fish room here and feed the little fishies here. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Setting it up here now, even though it's taking its sweet time. First time I've actually ever done this on this phone here, so this should be interesting. And of course, it's not going to auto-rotate with me because that would make sense if it did. Hey, there we go. Okay, we're going to really silence this because I don't want to hear an echo here, and I'm sure none of you want that either. Oh, son of a beast. What did I just do? Hold on, guys. I'm screwing stuff up. There we go. Now we're back on. Okay, here we go. We need to switch this around. Come on, switch around. I need to. Yeah, it's I mean, it's right on the verge of sweating. Not quite, but yeah, it's it gets warm down here. Okay, here we go. We're gonna put this on.
Use this. It's the computer we need to mute, not my dang phone. Jeepers. Okay, we're gonna remove this. All right, how's it going? Here we go. We're on the phone. Now, why won't you go ahead and just switch around? Here we go. Facing back. Boom. Here we go. Now we're, what was that guy on Duck Dynasty? Now we're cooking with peanut oil or whatever that was. There we go. Exodons swimming all around. They love that wood in there. I need to get them some more wood pieces though. Ooh, good sized snail right there. I know someone that would love you guys. Okay. A little bit of a laundry day today. I've had that piece of driftwood here now for about 2-3 years, and it's still will not just drop. I don't know why, but it just won't. Okay, I'll try to keep an eye on the comments here while we're at it. All right, here's our flower horn here. And yes, there is quite an algae problem here. I was scraping off the front here at about a few days ago. As you can see, it's already coming back here. Scraped out the back there too, and never quite got to the sides because somebody here likes to keep biting at my brush. Getting a little too brave. All right. Well, look at that. All the angels, they've been warming up here. Starting to swim more towards the front here. Of course, all those angels are purchased at the Catfish Cataclysm. All right. Gonna start getting some of this stuff out and about. Half clams because our puppers love these. And by puppers, I mean mostly Mac and Finley, but they don't complain. Hercules is starting to warm up to these too, which is nice. Now let's just go ahead and give these to our puffers. Finley's swimming around. Oh yeah, there you go. She knows what time it is, don't you, girl? You know what time it is. All right. There you go. You're not going to get it over there, though. There you go. Make your way over here. You got to make your way downtown so you can go and eat the clams. Give this little bit to Mac here, who seems all too intrigued to go get it. That would fall right by the branch there. Yep, look at that. He starts chewing into those clams, little meat particles fly up in the air, and just look at how the cardinals and the rummy noses are all over it. They do a good job of avoiding his teeth, though, at the same time, too, but that is sometimes the best little filter right there. The particles don't even get a chance to stay in the water too long, and that's the best kind of food you can give tetras, is little bits of protein like that. Way better than any flake or any Vibrobite that you could give them. And the clams are good on Mac's beak there as well. Keep his chompers intact. He goes back and forth on it sometimes too, like a little toy sometimes. Yeah, look out, Tetras. That's a wrecking ball you don't want to get in the way of. You were so eager for food, and now you're just chilling there. She'll probably get it while we're in the middle of feeding one of these other tanks here, which is usually how it goes. Sometimes she likes to eat on camera. Other times she's like, no, go away. Oh, what the heck. We'll take care of some other tanks there in the meantime. Speaking of Viperbites earlier, that'll be the main flake we'll give here. Got to top off my 240 here. That's the problem when it gets a little warmer down here. The water evaporates from the tank here just a little too quickly. Excuse me a second. All right, here we go. Looking down, there's the fish. Here we go. And yes, they eat a lot. It looks like a lot, but believe me, in about 5 minutes or less, that will all be gone, because whatever they don't get, the loaches and plecos will. And look at that, just like that, pretty much gone. Couple minutes, about that much. Just here you go, guys. Last little sprinkle. That'll take care of them for now. Those silver dollars are getting pretty good size there too. Thinking we'll move them in with the Oscar once we upgrade them to the 185. Of course, we'll try to do that simultaneously so they can develop their hierarchy. But of course, if it doesn't work with the silver dollars, well, then we'll just put them back in here with the rainbows, because everybody gets along in here pretty well. All right. Check through the comments as we keep going. Leo, how's it going? Best way to get spotted Congo puffers to eat rapashi with oyster shells. Sometimes people put like a little bit of a garlic deal on it. I'm not sure if there's like a specific name to it, but I know sometimes people try that. What I've also done, like, for example, a lot of my puffers, like the frozen krill, I'll sometimes mix in certain foods with their favorite food. That's another way that I've done it in the past. Before we feed the exodons here. Patty's Petite Tanks, how's it going, Patty? Good to see you. Going through the chat. Going through the chat. Yes, 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 yes. Jeffrey Candy Cane. Love it. Oh, we got Stephen P here. Hey, hey, there he is. Stephen P, 2003. How's it going? Just in time to see us feed the exodons here. I tell you what, this is one of my favorite fish here. Like non-puffer wise, outside of angelfish, these guys are one of my favorites. And this here is why. They are so fun to feed. Just they just zoom all over, and they make very short work of that. Couple, a little bit more up there yet. They'll get it in due time, though. There we go. Once they see it, then yeah, game on. Man, those guys are fun to watch. All right, this guy, he loves these viper bites too. Among other things, he'll eat about anything I put in your tank, though. There you go, making short work of those viper bites. Very good. The goldfish. Surprised that they are taking this water so well, but fortunately they're by a window too, so that window gets a little bit of a wind too, so that helps keep their water a little cooler than the rest of the tanks here, which they don't seem to mind, hence why I have them where they are. That big lion head fantail right there, he loves these things. I used to have like the bigger sticks too, but I ran out of those for right now, so, but he will happily eat these as well. Whoop. You gonna do it, Finley? You gonna do it? Or are you not gonna do it now because I put the camera over here? And now you feel pressured? Yep, she feels pressured like that. Nope, you got the camera over here. Go away. Surely those snails earlier today didn't fill you up, did they, girl? You only had about a handful. Not too bad. I'm telling you. We'll be like on the other side of the fish room at some point, and she'll be chomping away at it. She's a bit of a prima donna sometimes. Keep me on my toes. There you guys go, the young angels. Some Serpe tetras. Also got some gold rose lines in here. I actually forgot to show those. What did I say? What did I say? You little butt. I told you, we were going to be looking away, and then she was going to nail it. Oh, Finley. That's why she's the queen, though. She does what she wants when she wants. Oh, Finley, Finley, Finley. Oh, guys, you can't make that up. Cody V, how's it going, Cody? Hope you're doing good. One of our little not Amazons, Jeepers, figure 8 puppers coming up front here. He's eager to get fed. Another one right there. The third one always likes to hide. He does not like to come out too much. He likes to kind of hang out towards the back there, swim through the rocks there and such. All right. To the giant Daniels and Juliet the jewel cichlid. Yes, I know that's a weird combination, but for some reason, it just works. There you guys go. Yep, Boxy, every once in a while, the puppers do indeed get snails. They help, they're another thing that helps trim down the beak, especially my medium-sized ones, like these figure 8 puppers here, or my green spotteds over there, who are also getting a little low on their water supply there in that 75 there. Need to top them off here soon, too. The problem with my brackish water ones, too, I have this one covered with a lot of salt residue on the top. I need to clean that here again. But the brackish water aquariums, too, especially evaporate quicker. Oh, there you go. Now she's going up there. It's too bad you're such a mean girl, because you are pretty. Alrighty. Get some Viper bites for the medium, for the lower 40. Top view here, you can see the hornwort. Came with some duckweed there as well with the hornwort. Well, some other things. Here you go, angels. Some of them patiently wait for it to fall. Other of them come right away. Yep, this guy right here is just going to wait. Oh, no. Yep, there you go. And then, of course, we also got our sand tiger loaches. That little guy swimming around with them. 3 of them in total in there. That's one of the places they kind of like to hide. They do look good in there. And they love these things. They love these Viper bites. Learn they like brine shrimp, too. Must have been the main things that they were being fed with their previous person. Okay. All right. On to you, flower horn, which I'm just saying, people, we don't have a name for this flower horn, by the way. Feel like flexing your creative side here. I don't know. What's this flower horn look like to you? What should we name this beautiful little fish here? That it's grown about 1.5 inches since I've gotten it. All right, let's get you some Viper bites. Ooh, that might have been a little much. That might have been a little much. Might be touching up your tank a little bit tomorrow. Yeah, that's definitely a little much. And right now, someone in the comments is being like, yep, and feeding doses of that is why he has the algae problem. Let's see, what else is going on in the chat here? Althea. I like that. Looks like a Todd. Ms. Sassy Horn. Sassy actually would be a very, very appropriate name. She definitely has an attitude. He, she, whatever it be. Sassy definitely would be, like I say, that would be actually very, very fitting. I like that Alfina, though. Oh, too, that does sound nice. Different, but nice. Excuse me a minute while I close this up. Don't want any unwanted critters coming down here in the basement. I think we've gotten all our... No, we have not. We have not gotten all our flake eaters yet, actually. I forgot about one of the most important ones. Our 125-gallon angelfish community tank. And all these guys, because of the heat and such that come down here in the basement, have been non-crazily at my plants. Can't say I blame them. Because right now it's saying that their water is about 85 degrees. That's what happens when you don't have air conditioning down here in the fish room and all this water. About, easily over 1,500 gallons total of it. Especially now that we have the 510 up and running. All right, all you. Here you go. First dose. Another one coming at you guys. Gonna make sure our loaches and tetras and other such get some as well. Yep. I'm gonna actually throw a little bit more in there yet. There we go. Yeah, those loaches love to go after them too. It's another loach that we got from Cataclysm. There's the other one. Isn't he pretty? There's our leopard frog pleco. Got him at the Omaha swap earlier this year. One of the Petricola cats also hanging around there. Also got some yo-yo loaches in here. They love these things as well. See towards the back there, you see part of its fins there. Got a king tiger pleco in there. A lot of bottom life there too. And eventually he'll peek his little head. There you go. Yep, we also got another black ghost snipe in there. He loves to call that one home, and he'll come out and about and also pick up some of these leftovers too. Hence why I put so much in here. Oh yeah, and then we also got some dwarf neon rainbows in here. Lots and lots of life. Oh yeah, longfin black skirt tetras as well as some Congo tetras. See one of them right there. A lot of life in there, a lot of people to feed, hence why I put so much. Look at that. We're still away and she's still chomping on it. Now go on, please, don't let me interrupt you. Go ahead. Keep doing what you're doing. Nope. I'm back, so she's going to slowly flutter her way back over here. Yep, exactly. Well, very well, Your Majesty. All right. Excuse me one more moment. Who turned out the lights? All right. Now it's time to feed some of the carnivores outside of our Bahaka and Mabu, the king and queen there, per se. All right. Of course, we got to feed Hercules, our cross river. green spotteds and the figure eight. Ooh, you know what? I'm just going to stand by this freezer here a bit. I need to chip away some of this ice. But yep, this is where all the magic happened. In fact, on the door here, well, I'll show you that here. Some of y'all already know, but yeah. Little collage of stickers here. I'm starting to run out of room, so starting to put some stickers on some of my pre-made stands. Got the Mad Aquarius up there, who I got a sticker from at the Cataclysm. Also got that one at the Catfish Cataclysm there. Don't know if Kenny E, if you're still in the chat, but yep, there's yours. You're right below the flower horn and right above the angels here. I'm not sure what I did with my Peplin Creek and Foxy's Fishes sticker, though. So, Brian, Roxanne, I might have to beg a favor from you guys to send me some more so I can put you right next to Kenny right up there. Or, of course, if I don't have your sticker and you want to send it to me, I am more than willing to take it. She kind of is new local Austin. Yeah, Finley just sometimes she's just like, no, let me eat in peace. I guess, like I say, sometimes that's just how she is. Sometimes she'll eat on camera, and other times, like, no, go away. Let me eat in peace. I don't film you. Like, I don't film you and you eat, man. Leave me alone. All right. Need one of these small bloodworm cubes as well. Whoop, that dropped it. There we go. Another half clam shell, because I always make sure I got plenty of half clams. Half clams and thin krill and bloodworms. Those are the ones I make sure to never run out of. Whew, I just want to keep some of that on my legs right now because that feels amazing. There you go. Watch the 40 breeder while I, or the 140 breeder while I finish up the rest of the gathering for the fishy food here. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. And we'll get a little bit of krill for Mac as well, because I know he's going to want some of that. Ta 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 ta. Oh boy. Concrete. Not easy on the knees though. Boy. All right. So first big piece we'll give to Hercules. He's a big boy. He needs a big krill steak. Don't you, buddy? Yes, you do. You're not sure about the camera, though, sometimes either, are you, buddy? You're getting better. Yeah, he's just looking up like, dude, shut up and give me the food. All right. Hang on, buddy. There you go. Go get it, big fella. Go get it. He's a weird guy, too. He likes it right out of the freezer, too, which normally you got to be careful when you give food to fish right out of the freezer because you don't want to give him a little bit of a shock there because of the difference in temperature of the water and the food. But I think he kind of likes it because it's harder for him to chew. Thus, it does a little bit of a service to his teeth. Plus, the floating, it gives him a little bit of a chase, I guess. A little bit of the hunting aspect, I guess. Man, just that pattern. Is he not gorgeous? Yeah, Jeff, I ever wonder, like, do fish get brain freezes? Speaking of which, he might be taking a break because of that right now, Jeff. Might be dealing with a brain freeze right now, needed a break. He will eat all that, though. He takes his time doing it sometimes, but he will get it. He loves krill. Loves some snails too. Gave him ghost shrimp one time and he annihilated those. I try to give all my puppers as varied of a diet as possible because I believe that's what leads to the best life possible for them. It's a lot like us. You know me. Hey, I like cheeseburgers. I like pizza. I like wings every once in a while. But every once in a while, I like to get some stir fry. I like to get some, Italian food and such. Hold the fly. Right, Roxanne? Other stuff. All right, green spotted puffers. Jumbo bloodworms for you. They're also fun to watch. Oh, come on, you guys, go ahead and let him get the majority of it like that? Come on, don't take that. There you go. Arr, we get the remainders off the sale, yar. Oh, gotta love those little guys. Love these little guys too, and they're wondering when it's gonna be their turn, so let's not keep them waiting. Our 4 little Amazon puffers. All right, wait a minute. Did I grab the right thing? I think, oh, for crying out loud. I didn't, that's not bloodworms. Oh, what the heck did I grab? I had tubifex worms in there once upon a time, but none of my fish really seem to care about that. And here I actually got to watch my fingers a bit because I do try to chase after my fingers sometimes. But I also don't give them the whole cube because these guys don't quite finish off a full cube yet. There you go. That'll be enough for you guys. And I will give you guys just a wee bit more. Amazon puffers are another one. Their color, it is so pretty. They're actually loving the higher temperatures down here. They actually don't mind their water being in the lower to mid 80s, which is about what my fish room stays at here in the summertime. It's actually gotten a little hotter than that because we actually had a few days in a row where it was tickling right around the hundreds. So more like 86 down here right now. Certainly wouldn't want it any warmer though. There you go, buddy. Our rescue red-eye puffer. Of course, right as I give my other 2 away, I end up getting another one anyway from a friend that was like, hey, I don't really want this anymore. Would you take it? Spare 10 lying around, and yeah, we have a red-eye puffer again. Granted, he's all by himself, but beats the little fish. He was like I think it was like something like a 5-gallon. It wasn't quite a 5-gallon, but this 10-gallon definitely suits him better. I've been thinking of getting rid of the white sand, though, and getting them more like a pool filter sand, though. 20 comments. Boy, I've been missing out on stuff. Yeah, Jeff, that's exactly what my Amazons do. They try to sneak up on my finger, and they have nicked me a couple times. It doesn't hurt a lot, but I got to tell you, it's not all that fun. Only Oscars. Don't think I saw you come in here earlier. Welcome aboard. I see we got Benoski here as well. Good to see you as well. No more Italian food ever, says Roxanne. It really traumatized you that bad, Missy? I can't say I blame it too much. That was something else. New local Austin, I missed you a while ago. Really is looking good. What puffer was that again? I know you were asking me which one. Were you talking about Hercules, their new local Austin? If you were asking about him, yeah, Hercules is a cross river puffer. It's also known as a red line puffer, which is weird since it's not really lines; it's just spots. But and of course, yep, we got the pea puffers. Time to scrub their the walls of their 75 hex here again. Ever since that one little spike, we haven't lost any here yet. Since then, but yeah, I was counting them and I was thinking we had about 20 left over. Nope, we don't have 20. It's more like 15, which is kind of sad and disappointing. But there's pea puffers around here all the time. Once we make absolutely sure that everything gets in check here, maybe after the heat in here calms down and such, we'll try to go ahead and get the numbers back up here again. All right, Mac, there you go. Round 2. Krill for the young king. I'm telling you, his appetite as of late. Ate 2 half clams and still has room for a little bit of krill, which the tetras, as you'll see, will happily go around and get the little tidbits of that too. It's a big reason why I wanted the tetras in here. They do a pretty good job, or at least have thus far, to stay clear of his teeth, stay away from his bite, and they'll clean up his mess, helping keep this tank, or helping that much more to keep this tank looking a little tidy. I still need to get those bronze crypts from Victoria Lee out of their pots here before they start going bad. They're still looking pretty good right now, but not going to last much long, or I wouldn't give them much more over a week if I don't get on that. I'll have to do that tomorrow. But I grabbed brine shrimp instead of bloodworms. Well, all right. We'll just go with that. There you guys go. Whoop. We're a little close. These puffers don't mind brine shrimp. See a handful of them going after them. Oh, gotta love those little guys, right? All right, let's see here. Here we go. I know who will love the rest of these. And then we'll actually get bloodworms for our actual figure 8s, because figure 8s don't like the brine shrimp so much. It's probably not very filling for them. Here we go, guys. All yours. Go crazy. Here we go. Mine. Up, and then they got the last bit of their Vibrobite spot on down over there. They're not sure where to go right now. Who am I kidding? They love this stuff. They'll be picking off the gravel here or later. They won't leave any of that behind. No. Fish Tank Frank, how's it going? Craig, yeah, if you got your finger in the way of Mac, Finley, or Hercules, yeah, they probably do more than just clean up the finger. They could probably take that dang thing clean off if they so chose. Ghost knives were fed earlier, hence why they're not overly active. Let's see. You know what? We actually got a little bit of krill here, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw a little bit of that into them. We'll just go ahead and give them a little bit of krill, and we'll let them pick that off. There you guys go. Where you at, third one? Oh, you're going to take that big piece for yourself. Oh, what a pig. There you go. Yeah, you go pick on that bit yourself. I see you. You're way back there. Yes, we see you too. And he'll come out. He does not like the camera. Every time I bring the phone up here, he's like, nope, I'm out. Peace. What about you, Finley? You want a little bit of krill? You want it? She thought about it, but nope, you just are bound and determined not to eat in front of us today, aren't you? The queen wishes to eat in peace. And occasionally chew on the last bits of her clams over here. Very well, I shall leave you alone. Mac here will happily take those, though. All right, buddy. There you go. Right behind you. Actually, there is a piece right there. There you go. I'm telling y'all, his appetite as of late is just getting crazy. And the tetras are not going to complain because more for them, too. Now, if you turn around, buddy, hey, right there. Got another piece right there. There you go. Right there. Boom. Now, you got another one right back there. You know what? We should kill that light. There we go. Oh, that's going to go back by the air stone over there. And up it goes. And away it goes. You'll find it later. You always do. I believe we've gotten all the tanks here now. Yeah, we fed the peas. We fed the 240, both of the 40 breeders. The 36, the figure 8, angelfish community. The goldies, the young angels, the red eye. Of course, we fed the queen already. The young king and his subjects. Green spotteds, Hercules, the Exodons, the Amazons, and our little bumblebee Oscar. Yeah, I believe everyone has been fed. Which means I am going to take a seat.
Here we go. Back to chat for a little bit longer after I kill this bit on my phone there. Don't want to drain all its battery. Where did I put that water bottle at? Getting up and moving actually got me to where I wasn't quite as hot. Deb's Aqua Pets. How's it going, Deb? Good to see you here. Fish Tank Frank, yeah. I tell you what, he's something else, old Mac back here. He's I tell you what, that appetite of his, I keep telling y'all, it's starting to grow about as fast as he is now. All right, see who I here. Oh, Aqua Garden Zen, how's it going? Just saw you pop in here, which according to my computer was about 7 or so minutes ago. Missed you while I was probably getting the final few here earlier. No, I know I said it earlier, but I actually never said thank you on earlier, or for it being a super chat. But Peplin, or Brian, of course, thank you for the super chat there earlier. I know I put it on the screen here earlier, but I'm like, I don't think I ever said thank you for the super chat, though. This is probably why I don't get too many of those, because I forget to say thank you the proper way sometimes. But jokes aside, man, thank you so much for that. You know, people giving money towards the channel, it's never expected, but always greatly appreciated. And just that much more to help me continue to do what I do. Keep the lights on, feed the fish, like you just saw there now. Always appreciated. Thank you very much for that, Brian. Truly awesome, man. Got to get that man to 1,000 here, too. I know he's getting close. I say I gotta check out to see. Actually, you know what? I have a little miniature computer in my hand right here. So let's see. Where are you at right now, Brian? Let's see. Pepin Creek Aquatics is 832. You're getting there. 168 away if you haven't already. Subscribe to Pepin Creek Aquatics. And since I know Brian is actually a moderator, if he's still in the chat, feel free to go ahead and toot your own horn, my man, and put your channel link there. Got to get Brian 1000. His significant other there, Foxy, went ahead and hit 1,000 there about a month or so ago there. Got to get Brian there now. I know there's a couple others that are tickling that range right now too, but I can't remember who it is right now. Let's see here. Who else? What else we got going on in the chat right now? Yeah, still afraid of salad. I couldn't imagine being too afraid of salad. Ed, because I got to tell you, I mean, I like Caesar salads way too much. With or without grilled chicken, Caesar salads, like them way too much. I can never fully give them up. If I dealt with something like what you did, Ed, Roxanne, I'm not going to lie, I'd probably take a break for a bit, but I could never fully give it up. But I'd definitely take a good hearty break. Looks like I didn't miss much after that. Aquagarden Zen was listening while getting ready for bed and jumping in the shower and listening. Well, if you're still there, appreciate you checking in here and listening with us here on this late night musing deal. Well, hey, Jeff, if you want a crossover puffer, there is somebody in Iowa right now at the Fish Fix that actually has 3 of them right now. Now, I know he's going to keep at least one of them because he wants to put one of them in a show tank that he's going to get here in the very near future, actually. In fact, he said that he was actually thinking of making Hercules that show crossover puffer. But I said that I really liked him too. There was another one out there, but he said, you know what? He said, well, I'm not going to bite exact one, but he was saying something along the lines of, well, if anyone's going to take him, I'll make the exception for you, which, of course, is flattering and such, but it's also like, well, now I need to make sure that he has a good life. Hence why I'm like, you know what, build the new tank for Finley. Hercules then gets the 150, big upgrade for him as well. Everybody will win. But yeah, if you want to cross river there, Jeff, check out fishfixusa.com. And you don't even have to drive to his store. He will ship fish anywhere here in the mainland United States. And of course, he doesn't just have cross river puffers. He's had Shot-and-Denny puffers, also known as spotted Congos, of course. He's got plenty of little young Fajakas, lots of little pea puffers yet. He's had arrowhead puffers before, hairy puffers. He's got all sorts of cichlids. Got some monster fish too, if you want something like that as well. He's had stingrays. He's got arowanas, plecos, corridoras of all sort. He's had mud skippers there before. Dude gets all sorts of crazy stuff. Definitely got to keep an eye on what he's got in sockets. He's always got some interesting stuff there. Have to make coffee number 2. Whew, man. Don't get me talking about coffee. It is midnight here. Well, about 7 past here, midnight in Iowa. And if I drink a coffee, I know I won't be going to bed for at least another hour and a half, 2 hours yet. That stuff, well, it depends on what it is. If it's a lighter roast and such and not so thick, then it won't hit me very hard. And it's just like, it's almost as if like a warm tea sort of thing then. Or like what an effect of like that would. But, whew, at the same time, it's also, once you get to that medium or that dark stuff, which I love, people can call me weird, but I like my coffee black. I have nothing against creamers. Sometimes I'll put creamers in there, like in the fall. Yeah, I sometimes get behind that pumpkin spice stuff, but I don't know. I sometimes I just like my coffee plain and black. It's all good. That's just how I like it sometimes. Fish Tank Frank, yeah. I've actually seen those at a few stores here near it, including the Fish Fix. Yeah, those red Congo puffers are really, really cool. And they're, if they're loving life and such, just how vibrant their red gets, it's really pretty. Um, I've already decided that I'm probably going to take a break from the ambush puffers for a while because they kind of tend to like their water not as hot as like some of the South American and the African puffers do. And a lot of the ambush puffers uh, tend to be around Asia. Not all of them, but a good part of them tend to be around Asia and such, where the water can still reach a good higher temperature, but the lower to mid 80s with them usually is not always preferred. In fact, more times it's not. And that's also kind of the reason why I feel like sometimes, maybe with some of my past ambush puffers, might be part of the reason why I haven't had such the good best of luck with them. Because in the winter, their color is looking awesome. It looks like they're doing pretty good. But then summer rolls around, and then slowly they kind of start to look a little bit stressed. And then in comes in comes the unpleasant surprise that we had with my Dragon Puffer and Chief. And that's just not fun. Get you a little too jittery there, huh? Water supply is running low. Now let's see here. I got about at least another 15, 20 minutes or so in me here, I think. Something like that. Oh, of course, I love some spice. I love some spicy foods. I like some hotter foods and such. Pumpkin spice, of course, as I was saying earlier. Something about pumpkin spice, like I like the just plain coffee things, but I'm not gonna lie. If I go to a Scooters here in the Midwest or a Starbucks, I'm all aboard the pumpkin spice frappuccino. I love that stuff. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. I'll get a large of that every time, and I will never apologize. I might mispronounce this, and I sincerely apologize if I do. But Chansta, how's it going? Again, I apologize if I mispronounced that. My pronunciation skills are less than stellar. Let's see here. I saw somebody else pop in here, and there they are. Vibes Aquatics, how's it going? Saying what's up, Fish Fam. What's up with you, Vibes? Hope it's been a pleasant Monday. Or, well, I guess technically here in Iowa now, it's technically Tuesday. We're 11 minutes here now into Tuesday. Well, I'm glad I haven't messed it up yet. I have very little faith in my pronunciation skills. I'll just keep it short and simple. I have very little faith in my skills of pronunciation. Whew. Either I'm gonna have to get another water bottle here, guys, or whew, this heat's gonna get to me. Peplin, I saw you up there earlier. Are we talking about the same store I just was there? Because I mean, yeah, Fish Fix, it's nuts. What's cool to me is too that the dude just built a shed on his property because the dude had a few acres that he owned. Just built a big old shed that someone maybe otherwise use a machine shed and just put electricity and AC and water connected to the place and just turned it into a fish store right there on his property. Which I tell you what, I'm sitting here like, boy, if I ever do a fish store, that is the way to do it. Don't worry about rent. All you got to do is just pay the utilities and you're good. Which, yeah, utilities can be expensive too, like especially the water bill to take care of the number of tanks that he's got. I'm sure is not a cheap thing, but I mean, yeah, just still taking rent out of the equation entirely too. Just I can only imagine that's got to save so much money, especially when you're first starting the business and all that. That's got to be a dream. Vibes actually saying good morning, everyone. Yeah, I guess technically it is morning here in Iowa too. So, good morning to you as well, Vibes. I have a building for fish. Just need to finish the inside. Yeah, like I don't even know if he like. I think all he did was just do the sheet metal on the outside and just had like the frame of like the wood holding it up and such. But I mean, hey, you want a sheetrock and an installation, all that? I mean, I'm sure that would probably help out with keeping the stuff there in Wisconsin there too, because I know in Wisconsin, just like Iowa, it can get plenty cold up there. So I'm sure you're thinking along those lines. But I tell you what, yeah, I look at it and I look at it and I'm like, man, that is the way to do it. Just build something right there on your house. Unfortunately for me, while I do own a 2.5 acre place, the problem is really I don't really have a good place where people could park if I put it up here. Chauncey just subscribed to the channel. Awesome. Well, thank you, Chauncey. Glad that you joined the Fantastic Fish crew. Thank you. Hopefully, you stick around for a while. But even as so, thanks for at least giving it a chance here. I am working on some other stuff here too. All right, let's see. Everyone's sharing their time here. Fish Tank Frank saying it's about 10:15 there. Jeff Kane, of course, in the same time zone as me. It is midnight here in Iowa. Of course, I know, Jeff, I believe, yeah, you're in Illinois, I believe. Rockford, is it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, I know you will. But 6:15 for Debs there. Yeah, I'll agree with you there, Nate. And so you must be in the Eastern time zone there, or with it being 1:15. Northern Wisconsin, that's right. Yeah, that's right. But let's see, where was it? There you go. Yeah, I agree with you, Nathan. I mean, I gotta hand it to you too, Debs. Yeah, being up at 6 a.m., I'm still sound asleep at that time, 99% of the time. I'm not moving usually until somewhere between 9 to 10:30. Usually, if it's before that time frame, you can forget about it because I'm probably still snoozing. That's right. Whip is Rockford. Whip is in Illinois. Okay, I was thinking maybe Wisconsin there, but for some reason Rockford popped in my head. Got about one more swallow of water there, and then I'm about out. Still up at 6 a.m. Whew, yikes. I hope that's for work, but I guess if not, but yeah, for me that's boy, that ain't for me. Leave for work at 7 a.m. I used to have a job like that. Fortunately, the manager knew me pretty well, and I'm just like, and we quickly decided that okay, yeah, this isn't for you. And I'm just like, look, I'm sorry. Early mornings, I am not an early riser. I'm just not. It's like, hey, I'll do the late night shifts if nobody wants those. But I'm sorry, I'm not an early riser. Vibes Aquatic sounds like you're in the same central time zone as me. Looks like Foxy's hitting the would it be the shell? What rock? Whatever mermaids sleep on. Either way, time for bed. Good night, Austin, and everyone. Good night to you as well, Roxanne and Brian, if you're joining her as well to hit the hay per se. Unintentional rhyme there. Do 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 do. Hashtag night shift, the right shift. I mean, Some places even pay extra for the night shift. They don't pay you extra to get up early, though. Or at least most places around here don't. And Council Bluffs, yeah, if you want to do the night shift, some half the places here they'll pay you an extra like dollar 50 extra an hour. They don't pay you extra to get up early though. I don't know. That's me though. They sleep on peplins. There you go. Well, I mean, right on, buddy. Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. I love it. Yeah, don't let the bed crabs bite, or the barnacles, or the nematodes, or whatever it is down there in the sea. Got to keep an eye out for those little puffers sometimes too. Sometimes you get a little too curious and they like to nip on those tail fins, you know? Let's see here. Who else we got here? I got about, oh, well, now my water's out. Pick that up later. Let's see. Vibes, Keystone Clash. We were actually talking about that earlier. I unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it this year. Just financially, it's just not going to work for me this year. I am really hoping to make it next year. And I know it sucks because it seems like everybody, their mother, brother, dog, and sister, except me and Jeff, are not are going to the Keystone Clash. And man, do I feel left out. But unfortunately, it's just financially speaking for me. Unfortunately, it's just not in the cards. Unfortunately, this year. Like I say, I'm going to do everything in my power to try to get there next year, but unfortunately, this year it's just unfortunately, yeah, this year unfortunately it's just not going to happen. Unfortunately, but next year, like I say, going all into it. If that's the only big convention I can make next year, so dang be it. I am putting my best foot forward, everything on the line to make the Keystone Clash next year. Fish Tank Frank, I don't watch too many horror things before I go to bed because, like I say, with the whole anxiety thing and such, my mind gets racing as it is sometimes at night. So the last thing I need is a horror video or a trailer right before bed. Indra Bob, how's it going? Hello from Indonesia, puffer lovers. Well, hello from Iowa in the United States there, Indra Bob. Hope you're doing well there. I'm presuming it's sometime Tuesday over there in Indonesia. I'm not overly educated in the timelines and exactly what time it is for you right now, but glad you came on in here. Hey, much. Always great to meet another puffer lover and such. Us puffer lovers, man, we're all over the world. We're in Canada. We're in the Pacific Northwest. We're here in the Midwest. We're in Europe. We're in Asia, Africa. Who knows? Maybe you'll even find like some science researcher in Antarctica. Maybe you'll find someone there that also kind of has a thing for puffers. do, 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 do. Yeah, but if Florida's an option, I can only do one. My wife is definitely going to pick Florida. Yeah. My wife wants to get to Florida mostly because of Orlando, which, hey, I like Orlando. Orlando is one of those places that, yeah, I wouldn't want to live there, but I do love visiting. I'll be right back, guys. I got to get another water. Be right back. All right. Whew. All right, back with another water bottle. I'm good. This one's probably going to get crushed a lot quicker than the other one did, though. Whew. Right on. That's better. All right. Hey, do. Yeah, I thought about Aquashell this year too. I was really disappointed though they didn't go back to Chicago again though this year. I know we kind of had a spiel about Chicago here earlier, but I kind of liked Chicago though because it's still not too far of a drive for me. But Florida is like the furthest drive for me. Like I want to say Florida would be even further for me than even if I was like driving to the Keystone Clash by I want to say 4 to 6 hours or something. Though honestly, if I didn't go to Chicago's Aquashella, I probably would have went to Dallas. I don't know about 3 hours. You might get a little over 2 here yet, but yeah, this water is going to go a lot quicker than the last one. Whew, man. Yeah, only doing what travel is expensive. Yeah, it's just I mean, and it's a bummer too. I love traveling. I love seeing places. Like I wish I could go to Kansas City more often and such. They got that new roller coaster at World's Fun there too. I really got to go try that place out. At some point, I need to get to Ohio though and go to Cedar Point though. Yeah, those of you that don't know, yeah, I love roller coasters too. It's a it's another little niche. However, my wife, on the other hand, and I know I've said this on the channel before, she is very much the opposite. She is not a fan of roller coasters. But it's not for everybody. So it is what it is. Roller coasters definitely aren't for everybody. She will humor me sometimes on the more milder ones, like if it's just your typical mine train roller coaster or family roller coaster, like spinning cars and such. That's like on that smaller track. Then she'll sometimes humor me. But anything much bigger than that, then no. Some at one point I got to get those planted there too. Those are some leopard valves in area that a friend just handed over me too because he had a plethora of that growing in one of his Fahaka puffer tanks. Which I am every time I am so surprised that whenever I get valve from him, that his puffers don't dig up the plants. I mean, Mac does pretty good here. He doesn't dig up any of the crypts or such. I had some water sprite in here once upon a time that he wove and wove through and uprooted, as well as some stem plants. I very quickly learned that stem plants are not going to work with Mac. But yeah, he leaves the crypts alone though, fortunately. All right. What the heck? We're getting close to 12:30 here. We're not quite to 2 hours. We'll make sure we get over 2 here yet. I mean, I'd love to think of it that way, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't. There's also a lot of Fish fan members that are going there that I haven't met there yet, which is also part of the reason why I went to the Cataclysm in Wisconsin because until I went to the Catfish Cataclysm, um, I never saw Brian or Roxanne there before at any other previous convention. I did see Whip before. I've seen him at the Aquashella Chicago before. Um, I don't know if I don't think I ever saw Jeff before Wisconsin. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff, but yeah, I don't think I saw you before then. Maybe no, I don't remember meeting you at Aquashella Chicago. If I did, I apologize. My memory sucks sometimes. But I think Wisconsin was the first time I saw him too. I know Wisconsin is definitely the first time I met Kenny E from Danikin Aquatics. Awesome guy there. Really happy I also got to meet Kenny. I was happy to meet all of them there. Meet the Matt Aquarius there as well. I mean, Victoria Lee there. I mean, if I listed off every single one, because I mean, of course we met Grant. Not Grant from Garden of Eden, but another. Dang it, I can't think of his channel name. I feel horrible for thinking that too. Like I know his first name, but I can't think of his channel. But met him there as well. All sorts of awesome folks there too, which is part of the reason why I went to Wisconsin. It's why I like these conventions in the first place, which I have said numerous times on here, and I'll say again. The reason why I go to these conventions also isn't so much was that I was, yeah, it's Crayfish Empire. That's Grant's channel. Thank you, Jeff. Yes, but I mean, yeah, I mean that's the bigger reason why I go to these conventions. I mean, yeah, I want to buy stuff and such because conventions, frankly, is where you get pretty good deals on like these wood pieces. You think at a fish store, you ain't buying these three pieces for the size that they are for $130 total for those three. I mean, you're probably paying almost double that probably for mangrove roots and such. And I mean, like that wood piece right there at Aquashella, yeah, you ain't buying that for 100. I can tell you that much. It's part of the reason why I like those conventions because yeah, you get good deals, but the best deal of all is just meeting some of these other fish tubers, people that share the same ambition as us, and just finally connecting a name to a face. That's honestly one of the things I look forward to the most because I mean, when I went there, I mean, yeah, I was sitting there like I was mostly excited just to finally get a chance to, yeah, meet Kenny, meet Brian, meet Foxy, meet Jeff, meet all sorts of folks there. And yeah, seeing the vendors and all the other stuff there, her too is nice. But I mean, that's how you make the memories is meeting the people and such. An all-nighter stream. Well, I know Rico Stan once upon a time did what a 24-hour plus stream once upon a time for like a Christmas shindig or something. Like we gotta have like a record book for the Fish Fam or something. Like we gotta get that on the mat or something there, or whoever there say like, yo, we need like a Fish Fam record book for like I don't know, longest stream or most viewed video or I don't know. I mean, total subscribers, sure. I feel like that'd probably just be I don't know if we include Paul Cafaro or Joey into the picture of the Fish Fam here. I mean, they're definitely a part of the Fish Tube deal. They're kind of some of the pioneers of it, but I don't know. Paul Cafaro, I mean, he is very big in the fish, but I also don't. While he does have some good stuff, I don't know if I also label him a fish tuber because he does all sorts of stuff. He also gets like giant inflatable and such, like with friends and such, and you know, he doesn't just do fish. Whereas you know, we're more solely focused on fish, where it's the main thing we do. Don't get me wrong, his content is still cool, and I love watching it occasionally. But that's me. I'm sitting here like, nah. I view him as more of a entertainment YouTuber than a fish tuber. Well, he's an entertainment slash fish tuber. I don't know, something like that. Either way, like I say, do like his stuff though, because he does get some really cool fish though too, and do some pretty sweet stuff too. Don't get me mixed up. His channel is still cool, but a digital scrapbook. I mean, that's not a bad idea either, honestly. That's true, yeah, because when the axolotl eggs, that went on for a while. That's very true, Patty. Because I did check in on that a couple times there. Actually, she's done that a couple times, I want to say, not just on one occasion. I think she's done that on multiple occasions, actually. Woo! Fellas, ladies, gentlemen, fish fam, I gotta tell you, there's this humidity is starting to kick my dairy air. See, wow, we just hit 2 hours flat right as I looked up. I think I got about another 5 minutes, and that's about it. Anything else that we didn't talk about, people? I would love to chat with y'all. Whew, little nose itch there. There's the beef. But yeah, Patty, I want to say that actually, yeah, I want to say hers even went more than 24 hours. I want to say the one stream she had for watching the eggs for the axolotls, I want to say almost went 2 days or something, maybe even a little bit longer than that. But yeah, I remember one of those now that you mentioned it, and yeah, they that had some time to it as well. That's for sure. Yeah, we need like a record book or like what New Local Awesome say, like a digital scrapbook or something. That's right. The Cory egg went on for some time. That's very true. All right, here. For me, Jeff, it kind of depends on what it is. Like, there are some things where, yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm not into super large groups of people. But there are also some things where I'm like, hey, you know what? The more the merrier. But yeah, it kind of depends on what it is. Like, if it's these conventions, like, I'll tell you now, like, the Catfish Cataclysm I thought was pretty good because, yeah, I wasn't trying to fight my way through a crowd, much like I was most of the time at Aquashell in Chicago. Granted, Aquashell in Chicago wasn't totally terrible. Oh, because I mean, it wasn't terrible time at all. It was actually really, really enjoyable. But there was definitely a lot more foot traffic there than some of the other events I went to, and there's definitely something to be said about that. And yeah, I thought the first time I met you was the Cataclysm. Like, I know you've, I think because I was debating, because I know when I live stream at these events, I think I've seen you in about all the streams, hence why I was questioning myself. But yeah, I thought so too. Glad that you initiated that and confirmed that though. I don't know if Paul does live streams. Honestly, I think all he does is videos, and I think I've seen some shorts from him as well. But I don't think I've ever seen Paul Cafaro do a live stream though. Which you think would be weird. Like he could do like a live stream to kind of give them, like, I don't know, maybe he could do, even if it's just the members only, which I'm sure for him could still bring in quite a deal of revenue. But I feel like if he did a live stream, it could be like his way of like giving his people a sneak peek of like, here's my next, little gig coming up here, or yo, check this out, this is the fish I'm getting, or whatever the man's up to. He's always up to something. Yeah, it is something, Jeff. That is for sure. It is definitely something. I will tell you now, though, that the Quad City Fish Swap had quite a crowd as well, and usually that is one where I'm kind of like, yeah. Usually a crowd like what I even did at the Quad City Swap, I'm not usually a big fan of, but just because of all the vendors and all the various stuff that was there, it made it more than worth it. It's why I keep up selling that place. Like some of y'all here in the Midwest, some of y'all fish tubers in the Midwest, y'all got to get to the Quad City Fish Swap here either October 1st or November 11th or 12th. I keep forgetting. It's a Sunday, whatever that is. Check my calendar here. Boom, boom. Come on. Uh, it is November the 12th, not the 11th. I kept saying the 11th, and actually it's 12th. So yeah, not November 11th. It's November the 12th, Sunday. Because yeah, October the 1st is also a Sunday. And yeah, it goes from noon to 4, Golden Leaf Banquet Center in Davenport, Iowa, way on the eastern side, right by the good old father of all waters. Of course, that is the Mississippi River. It's I'm telling you what, guys, they got some real cool stuff there. They had a little bit of everything. You're into aquascaping tools, they got it. Plecos, they got it. Cories, cichlids, angelfish, which is still technically a cichlid, puffers, eels, loaches, live bearers, plants, homemade fish food, sometimes even used aquariums, lights. They got it. I'm telling you, if you can make it, you will like it. Got to make your way out there. Yeah, Jeff, they do have one in January yet. Oop, and of course the chat jumped on me again. But yep, they will have one in January as well. I don't know if I'll make the one in January though. I might try to make the one after that though, but yeah, usually January is when we start having to worry about driving in wintry conditions. Hence why I'm also slightly hesitant about November, because it is still about a 4.5 hour drive for me from Council Bluffs to get to Davenport. Because I mean, I'm literally going all the way from the Missouri River all the way over to the Mississippi, literally going from river to river, which does take a little bit of time. Iowa's not the biggest state in the country, but she still has a little bit of a width to her. Oh yeah, Patty, it is very nice. I'm telling y'all, in the Midwest, if you get a shot, I'm just saying, admission to the place as well is free. You don't have to pay a single dollar to get in the door. It's free. Just drive there, get a hotel maybe Saturday night or whatever if you're that far away, and yeah, just walk right in the door. No admission whatsoever. Just go on in and purchase fish, aquascaping stuff to whatever your heart's content. Whew. Sounds like Mark's going to try to get at the Clash in 2024. Right on, Mark. Yeah, like I say 2024. I'm shooting for it. I'm hoping to get there myself there. Still bummed that 2023 didn't work, but yeah, 2024. Going all in there. All right, guys. I see Vibes Aquatic is heading off to bed. Vibes, I'm going to follow suit because I stay down here too much longer. I'm going to sweat all my hair out, which that's quite a bit. But alas, guys, thank you all so much here, though, for coming in here on this late night stream here and seeing what we're up to here. I'm going to start working on another video here as well here. I'm thinking we might need to do a care guide video on maybe one of our puffers here, or time to do a little update video on one of them here. Obviously, still going to get a fish room tour video out here in the near future. After we got the Catfish Cataclysm and showed off a couple of tanks here, decided we'll push that a little bit down the road here since we showed multiple tanks there too. That way it doesn't seem like we're getting slightly repetitive here. But yeah, got a video coming up spotlighting one of our puffers here in the near future, so keep an eye open for that. Yeah, like I said, going to one of the conventions there in Davenport here in a couple months here, so keep an eye open for that. And of course, slowly collecting more supplies to start building Finley's plywood tank there in the corner. We'll have more updates as that goes along there too. Hope you guys choose to stick along for the ride. If you're new here, haven't done so already, yeah, click the subscribe button, hit the bell there to get all notifications whenever I go live like this. My live streams are sometimes sporadic, not going to lie, but it tries. Otherwise, videos every week or every other week. Shorts, usually try to get a couple of those a week or so. Whatever you're into, it'll help you let you know what I'm up to. But thank you guys once again for checking in here and spending a little late night musings with us. I will see you all at my next video, Fish Fam. As always, y'all already know. Stay fantastic.